Okay, so I'm going to show you hopefully how to save some time on rebuilding the starter in your Toyota 3.4 liter V6 4x4. You could do this in the two-wheel drive, but it's almost a necessity in the 4x4 because of limited access around the starter area. So you'll find other videos that show you how to take out the starter using a few select tools and then drop it out of the bottom. In the 4x4, because the front drive axles, I think that's impossible without taking off some bigger parts, sway bar, trailing connecting arm, whatever that is, the drive shaft itself, or exhaust manifold. Here's what I did. It's a necessity to have a 20-inch socket extension and a 14 millimeter, or in a pinch, a 9/16 will work, wobble socket, or a universal to attach to your socket. So what you're going to do is position yourself about where this jack stand is. You'll get under the vehicle looking at the starter from the rear. And I'll show you. You're going to see one bolt in this general direction, and then the other bolt you're going to see just to the left of that exhaust pipe up there. Get a feel for them from looking at the starter from the side of the truck, and then go below to do your work. You're going to remove those two 14 millimeter bolts. You'll need to remove the battery cable going to the starter, and there's a small single wire plug. That will disconnect your starter. Removing it is almost impossible, but as you're going to learn, there's a part that usually goes bad in these starters, which can be replaced inexpensively, and it'll save you the trouble of having to remove the entire starter from the truck. It's this. I ordered it for about 15 bucks shipped off of eBay. It's this plunger with the contactor and two new electrical contacts. All in, your starter probably only has a few hours of use on it in the life of the truck by the time these things fail. But these electrical contactors are the part that usually goes bad, not the motor itself. So as you can see, the old one here has a lot of pitting and corrosion. Maybe you can't see, but take my word for it. The new one is going to remedy that. And these two contacts are what this plunger strikes on to pass the power. So what I did was I turned the starter upside down with the gear pointing down and the solenoid box pointing up. I used a large zip tie to secure it for ease of work. And through this access hole right here, which I got to by removing the transmission filler tube, there's one 10 millimeter bolt that secures it at the top, and then just an O-ring secures it into the lower half of the fill tube. Remove that, it gives you access here. You can take out these three 8 millimeter bolts that secure this plate covering the solenoid plunger, and you can access it. You'll remove the solenoid plunger, it just lifts straight out. Make sure to retain that spring. And then on the side, there's 14 millimeter bolts that secure these old contacts. And just carefully note the order in which they're placed for reassembly. Just do them one at a time and put them in there. Those two contacts and that plunger should make your starter work fine. If you had the problem where it would just periodically click when you hit the key, and after a few tries it would start, this will remedy your problem. So good luck. I hope this saves some man hours out there, and keep enjoying these great trucks. All right? Duke Bravo out.